Hey, what's going on, guys? Jaden May here. So you're planning to move to Houston? So today I wanted to go over some pros and cons of living here and also give you an in-depth overview of what it's like living in Houston. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Jaden May. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams here in Houston, Texas. I post videos weekly about life as a young real estate agent. So if you guys like to see more, hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So I've lived in Houston for 8 years now. I moved here when I was 10. I've gone through elementary school all the way to high school. So let's go over the pros, the cons, what I hate, what I love about living here in Houston. Pros of living in Houston. So first, let's get into the cost of living in Houston. When you compare the cost of living to cities like San Francisco or New York, Houston's actually on the more affordable side. The cost of living in Houston, Texas is actually 91% cheaper than the rest of the cities in the United States. So you're asking yourself, what's the estimated cost of living here in Houston? I've done the research for you. Here you go. The estimated monthly cost for a single person is $2,127. On the other hand, a family of 4, their estimated cost is to be around $3,780. So it's really not that bad compared to New York. Let's dive into it. New York's estimated family cost of 4 is close to $7,000. So now let's get into number 2. Finding a beautiful, affordable home is easy. A study by the Zebra in February 2020 also named Houston as the city that gives you the most house for your dollar. Houston has its fair share of luxury neighborhoods with high-end entertainment, low-income houses, and everything in between. Houston's wide variety of reasonably priced housing is one of its biggest attractions. In Houston, the median house price is just under $200,000. These houses are often large, with enough yard space to live comfortably and have room for your family. When looking for a neighborhood, flooding and commute times should be 2 of your biggest considerations. If you're looking to relocate to the Houston area, using a realtor is vital. That's where I come in. Third, there's so many things to do here in Houston. Life here in Houston involves a unique blend of Texas traditions and a little bit more of a modern city lifestyle. If you have kids, Houston has some of the best attractions to keep your kids busy. We have NASA and the Space Center. We also have a zoo, an amazing aquarium. We also have one of the largest zoos. It houses over 6,000 animals. We also have attractions for all ages, including the underground tunnel tour. Houston doesn't have a large subway system for transportation. We have tunnels instead. Houston is home to one of the most extensive collections of underground pedestrian tunnels I've ever seen. If you haven't seen them, go check it out. Just a quick Google search and your page is instantly filled with things to do with you and your family. Both pro and con. The weather. Now this one's going to be a little tricky. Is it a pro or is it a con? This one's ultimately up to you to see how you see it. So I'm just going to lay out both sides. Houston's weather is beautiful year-round. Many restaurants and bars offer large patios and outdoor dining for this very reason. However, there's some other factors to consider. First, Houston actually gets more rain than any other Texas city. Speaking of that, it's actually raining right now. Also, you're going to need to adjust to our extreme summer heat and humidity, so stay stocked up on that bug repellent and sunscreen. One last thing to add to this one. You'll also need to prepare for a hurricane season, which is typically around June 1st to November 30th. Because Houston's so close to the Gulf of Mexico, it makes it susceptible to damages from hurricanes, as we saw in Hurricane Harvey. Overall though, Houston's a great city for outdoor entertainment, for those quick trips to the okay-looking Galveston beaches. So now that we've gone over all the pros, let's go over the cons of living in Houston. Cons of living in Houston. First, traffic. Just like any other major city, Houston is no exception when it comes to traffic. If you get stuck in rush hour traffic, call them kids, you're not going to be home for another hour and 30 minutes. And if you think about using Waze to get out of that traffic jam, think again, because you and another 100 people have the same idea, and that said shortcut is now jammed up. And add the fact that we have never-ending construction, it seems that it never goes away. Speaking of construction, I-45 has been under construction since I've moved here. That's 8 years ago. Con number 2, mosquitoes. Okay, so this is one of my biggest cons about Houston. Like, I'm not kidding you. These things are massive. These things are bad boys, dude. They're big. They're like the size of hummingbirds. Think about a hummingbird flying at you, trying to get your blood. Not fun, right? I only see them get really bad during the rainy months, which is usually June, July, August. This one may bother me a little bit more since I am type O, and for some reason, all these mosquitoes are massively attracted to me. I can't seem to get enough of them. So all my type O people, go hit up that Costco, get that 36 pack of bug spray. You might need it for those rainy months. Conclusion. It's not hard to see why people are so attracted to Houston. We're the 4th largest city in the United States and we keep on growing. With a booming job market, combined with the low cost of living and sunny weather, it's not hard to see why Houston's a great choice for building your life or raising a family. However, Houston's extreme heat susceptibility to hurricanes, and legendary traffic jams can be a deal breaker to some people. So keep these in mind when you're planning to move here. Thank you guys for watching. If you or a family member are considering relocating to Houston, give me a call, text, or email, whatever is best for you. And remember, I got your back when you're planning to move to Houston. And as always, guys, stay safe, keep grinding, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.